Texas Rangers look like they're leaving Oklahoma City, but will we miss them when they go?
I don't think we'll miss them all that much. From the Opupka Studios in Oklahoma City, this is the Press Row. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Mike Sherman. Mike, it does look like that the Rangers affiliation with Oklahoma City, coming to the end of it. I don't necessarily think that the prospect of seeing Rangers players is what draws people to the Brick to see minor league baseball in Oklahoma City.
This is a relationship that should have worked a lot better. We're 3.5 hours up the road. The culture's the same. This really could have been a beautiful relationship. It never got off the ground, and I believe, Jenny, that's because we've always been pining for another. Our love in Oklahoma City, not mine, but Oklahoma City's collective baseball affection is for the Cardinals of St. Louis, and the idea that someday the Redbirds could come here, I think the day could come. I think there's a way, maybe not right away after the Rangers leave, but it could come. And I think that's part of the reason why the Rangers and the RedHawks or Oklahoma City baseball really never hit it off.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you're right. The fact that there are Rangers fans in Oklahoma City, but I think if you look around, you're going to see a lot more Cardinals fans and Cubs fans. Because of you got geography with the Cardinals, but also just the media markets and the way that those teams have been basically streamed nationwide. I mean, you've got a fan base that spans the country because of things like WGN sending Cubs games into everybody's living room. So I think you do have a lot more affinity for those teams here as opposed to the Rangers. And you know what? You see that in the numbers. When the Cardinals send their minor league team to town, it's always the biggest numbers that the RedHawks have. And, you know, obviously the RedHawks have had great attendance over the years, but clearly there's a spike when the Cardinals send their farm team here.
It's not like the Rangers haven't sent good ball players here. It's just that most of them who were good had their cup of coffee here rather than in the majors. Yeah. They flew through town. Ruben Sierra, Odeby, McDowell. I know I'm going way back. I know I'm dating myself, but those are guys who went on there. Juan Gonzalez spent a whole season here. Then some of the guys who had, but he's rare. And the other thing too is, let's face it, we don't have decade after decade after decade of love for the Rangers. There's some poor tortured souls who've been Rangers fans since the 70s. There's some souls who got on them when they were good in the 90s, that little brief shining moment when they were good, but there's no history. There's nobody connecting Stan Musial or Joe Torre or those kinds of things. I think that's what always been missing, what people are longing for with this tantalizing idea that the Redbirds could come.
And I think the thing is that when the Rangers affiliation ends, the thing is that will be the thing we'll look back on and say, the reason that we maybe can get the Cardinals affiliation or an affiliation that maybe will bring fans even in bigger numbers than they have is because the Rangers believed in Oklahoma City. They stayed here, they kept their farm team here, and got a chance to see the kind of fan base that you could have in Oklahoma City for minor league baseball. To me, that will be the legacy of the Rangers affiliation here, is that fan base that was built up, and then maybe the chance to lure the Cardinals team here. Maybe it doesn't happen right away, but I think that the fact that the fans have come to see the RedHawks with the Rangers affiliation has set up this franchise to be able to bring in a really deep connection, that connection that does span decades, that could really draw the fans into the Brick. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.